Picture a perfect spring afternoon. The sun is warm, a gentle breeze is blowing, and there's not a cloud in the sky. It feels peaceful and safe. But in the world of weather, that peaceful sky can be deceiving. The ingredients for chaos might be gathering unseen miles above our heads. How do we go from a perfect day to a sky filled with life-threatening storms? More importantly, how do we know it's coming? For days, sometimes even a week in advance, a team of expert meteorologists is watching. They aren't in your local TV station. They are in Norman, Oklahoma, at the heart of what's known as Tornado Alley. They are the nation's severe weather sentinels. Welcome. Today we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most important forecast tools available to the public, the Storm Prediction Center's Convective Outlook. You've probably seen its colorful maps on the news, shades of green, yellow, orange, and red, painted across the country. But what do they really mean? Over the next 20 minutes, we'll decode these maps, understand the risk they represent, and learn how they form the first line of defense against nature's most violent weather. So, who are these guardians of the sky? The Storm Prediction Center, or SPC for short, is a branch of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA. Their mission is singular and critical: to provide timely and accurate forecasts and watches for severe thunderstorms, tornadoes, and critical fire weather conditions across the entire United States. Imagine a room full of the brightest minds in meteorology, surrounded by cutting-edge technology, analyzing staggering amounts of data. They're looking at temperature, humidity, wind shear, atmospheric instability, all the volatile ingredients that can fuel a storm. Their flagship product is the Convective Outlook. Let's break down that term. Convection is simply the process of warm, moist air rising, like steam from a boiling pot. When this happens on a massive scale in the atmosphere, it creates thunderstorms. The outlook is the SPC's forecast, highlighting where this convection is likely to become severe. What is a severe thunderstorm? The official definition requires one or more of the following: hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger, which is about the size of a quarter, winds of 58 miles per hour or greater, or a tornado. The SPC issues these outlooks for different time frames. They have a Day 1, Day 2, and Day 3 outlook, which are the most detailed. They even have a Day 4 through 8 outlook, which gives a broader, less certain heads up about potential severe weather systems brewing almost a week away. Now, for the parts you've seen on TV, the colors. The SPC uses a 5-level color-coded system to communicate the risk of severe weather for a given day. Think of it like a ladder. As you climb the ladder, the risk becomes greater, the storms more widespread, and the potential for danger more significant. Let's start at the bottom. A marginal risk is the first step on the ladder. The color is dark green. This means isolated severe thunderstorms are possible. The key word here is isolated. Storms will be few and far between, and their intensity will be limited. You might get a storm with some small hail or gusty winds, but widespread dangerous weather is not expected. For most people in a marginal risk, the day will pass without incident. But for a few unlucky spots, the storm could briefly reach severe limits. Your action? Keep an eye on the sky and stay aware of any warnings that might be issued. Next up is a slight risk, colored yellow. This is probably the most common risk category you'll see. Don't let the name fool you. Slight does not mean insignificant. A slight risk means scattered severe thunderstorms are possible. The storms will be numerous and more organized than in a marginal risk. Hail, damaging winds, and even a few tornadoes are all on the table. If you are in a slight risk, you should be weather aware. Have a way to receive warnings like a NOAA weather radio or a smartphone app. Know your severe weather plan. Now, things get serious. We're at level 3, the enhanced risk, colored orange. When an enhanced risk is issued, it means numerous severe thunderstorms are expected. The storms are likely to be more persistent, more widespread, and more intense. The potential for significant severe weather, like destructive hail, damaging winds over 70 miles per hour, or a few strong tornadoes, is higher. An enhanced risk is a call to action. You should have your safety plan ready to go and be prepared to act if a warning is issued. This is a day to postpone outdoor activities and stay close to a sturdy shelter. Level 4 is the moderate risk, colored red. A moderate risk is a rare and serious forecast. When the SPC issues one, they are confident that a widespread, high-impact, severe weather event is on the way. We're talking about long-lived supercells, potential for strong, long-track tornadoes, and widespread, significant wind damage. A moderate risk day can be a life-threatening day. If you are in the risk area, you need to take it very seriously. Make sure your family is aware, your shelter is ready, and you are monitoring the weather closely all day. These are the days that produce major storm outbreaks. Finally, we reach the top of the ladder. Level 5, the high risk, colored magenta or pink. This is the stuff of nightmares for meteorologists and emergency managers. A high risk is exceptionally rare, issued only a few times a year, if at all. It means a major tornado outbreak or a derecho, a line of incredibly destructive winds, is expected. The threat to life and property is extreme. The language the SPC uses is dire. A severe weather outbreak is expected from later this afternoon into this evening. If you ever find yourself in a high-risk area, your only priority is safety. It is a day to cancel everything and be prepared to take shelter at a moment's notice. The colorful map is a fantastic summary, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. The real science is in the numbers that drive these colors. For each Day 1 and Day 2 outlook, the SPC also issues separate probability maps for the big 3 severe weather threats. First, the tornado probability. This map shows the probability of a tornado occurring within 25 miles of any point. A 2% risk might sound low, but in the world of meteorology, that's the baseline for a tornado threat. A 5% risk is significant. When you see probabilities of 10, 15, or even 30%, that indicates a very dangerous setup. Next is the damaging wind probability. This shows the chances of winds reaching 58 miles per hour or more. And finally, the hail probability map shows the chance of hail 1 inch in diameter or larger. But here's a pro tip. Look for the hatched area. If you see a black hatched or cross hatched area on any of these maps, it means there's a 10% or greater chance of significant severe weather within 25 miles of a point. What's significant? For tornadoes, it means a strong one, an EF2 or greater. For wind, it means hurricane force, which is 74 miles per hour or stronger. And for hail, it means giant hail, 2 inches in diameter or larger. That's bigger than a golf ball. A hatched area, especially on a tornado map within a moderate or high risk, is the SPC's way of saying, pay attention. The potential for violent, life-threatening storms is here. So how does this all work in practice? Let's walk through a hypothetical severe weather day. 3 days out, or day 3, the SPC identifies a powerful storm system moving across the country. They issue a day 3 slight risk for a large part of Texas and Oklahoma, signaling that the ingredients might come together. 2 days out, or day 2, confidence is growing. The computer models are in better agreement. The SPC upgrades a portion of that area to an enhanced risk, which is level 3. They are now more certain that numerous severe storms will occur. The morning of the event, or day 1, the day 1 outlook is issued before sunrise. The enhanced risk remains, but it's more focused. They've also added a 10% hatched probability for tornadoes, indicating that the potential for a few strong twisters. People in this area wake up to the news that today is a day to be vigilant. As the afternoon heats up and the atmosphere destabilizes, the SPC's job isn't over. They will issue mesoscale discussions, or MDs. These are a short-term technical forecast that discuss the immediate potential for severe weather over the next few hours and whether a watch is likely. And that leads to the next step. When conditions are ripe, the SPC will issue a watch. A tornado watch means conditions are favorable for tornadoes. A severe thunderstorm watch means conditions are favorable for large hail and damaging winds. A watch typically covers a large area for several hours. It means be prepared. Finally, your local National Weather Service office takes over. Using their weather radar, they will issue a warning when a severe storm or tornado is actually happening or is imminent. A warning covers a small area, like a county or part of a city, for a short period of time, usually 30 to 60 minutes. A warning means take action now. So you see the funnel. The outlook gives you days to prepare. The watch gives you hours to get ready, and the warning gives you minutes to get to safety. The colorful maps produced by the Storm Prediction Center are more than just a weather forecast. They are the result of decades of research, cutting-edge science, and the tireless dedication of meteorologists working around the clock to keep us safe. They are a tool that empowers you. By understanding that a yellow slight risk means you should be aware, and an orange enhanced risk means you should have a plan. You are no longer a passive observer of the weather. You are an active, prepared participant. So the next time you see that rainbow of risk on your screen, don't just see colors. See the story they tell. See the heads up they provide. Check the probabilities, look for the hatched areas, and listen for the watches and warnings that follow. The sky can be a beautiful, awe-inspiring place. It can also be a dangerous one. Thanks to the work of the Storm Prediction Center, we have the knowledge to respect its power and the time to protect ourselves and our families. Stay aware, stay informed, and stay safe.